What's up, X-treme kids of Ottawa and around the world? This is First Lady Kay, and this is your midweek story time with our Bible storybook by Veggie Tales. So let's get started. Remember, we want to hear from you at ottawachurchkids@gmail.com. This week, we're going to be reading The Stable That Bob Built. Hi everyone! Every year around Christmas, Bob and I and all our friends get together and put on a Christmas pageant at our church. Have you ever done that? Gluing glitter all over everything always helps me to get in the Christmas spirit. Do you do that, boys and girls? If you can make me a beautiful glitter picture and send it to ottawachurchkids@gmail.com, you'll get a special gift in the mail. Well, this year, Larry says, I decided to write a poem about the production, document my experience. So here it is, The Stable That Bob Built. This is the stable that Bob built. This is the cow that mooed in the stable that Bob built. These are the lambs all cuddly and spry that wandered off and followed the guy who didn't know how to milk the cow that mooed in the stable that Bob built. This is the shepherd who ate apple pie, who cared for the lambs all cuddly and spry, that wandered off and followed the guy who didn't know how to milk the cow that mooed in the stable that's right, Bob built. And this is the angel who showed the way with a star to the 3 wise men who traveled so far. It would have been easier if they'd had a car. She showed the way to the shepherd with pie, who cared for his lambs all cuddly and spry, that wandered off and followed the guy who didn't know how to milk the cow that mooed in the stable that Bob built. This is the man whom God designed to love the woman so young and kind, the angel told the shepherd to find. She showed the way to the shepherd with pie, who cared for the lambs all cuddly and spry. They wandered off and followed the guy who didn't know how to milk the cow that mooed in the stable that Bob built. And this is the baby, the Savior born on that very first Christmas morn. The reason the star had shown the way for 3 wise men who walked all day to find the man who God designed to love the woman so young and kind, that the angel told the shepherd to find. She showed the way to the shepherd with pie, who cared for the lambs all cuddly and spry. They wandered off and followed the guy who didn't know how to milk the cow that mooed in the stable that Bob built. These are the veggies who played the parts in the story that lives in all of our hearts, to share the news of the Savior born on the very first Christmas morn. All in the stable that's right, X-treme kids, Bob built. And Bob says, I loved building the stable that the baby Jesus was born in for our pageant, but I didn't build the real stable. It's in Bethlehem. Here's the real story of how Jesus came into the world. Are you ready, X-treme kids? This is from the book of Luke, chapter 2, verses 1 to 20. Jesus is born. Before we get started, if you can write a poem about Jesus and send it to us at ottawachurchkids@gmail.com, you'll receive a special prize in the mail. Here we go. In those days, Caesar Augustus made a law. It required that a list be made of everyone in the whole Roman world. So Joseph went to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the family line of David. He went there with Mary to be listed. And Mary was engaged to him, and she was expecting a baby. While they were there, the time came for the child to be born. She gave birth to her first baby, and know what? It's a boy. She wrapped him in large strips of cloth and placed him in a manger. There was no room for them in the inn. There were shepherds living out in the fields nearby. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone all around them. They were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Don't be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy. Yay! It's for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. He is how you will know I am telling the truth. You will find a baby wrapped in strips of cloth and lying in a manger." Suddenly, a large group of angels from heaven also appeared, and they were praising God. They said, "May glory be given to God in the highest heaven, and may peace be given to those He is pleased with on earth." Well, then the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem. Let's see this thing that's happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off, and they found them, Mary and Joseph and the baby. The baby was lying in a manger. Wow, they were so lucky to see the baby Jesus, weren't they, boys and girls? Well, that's my poem, says Larry. I sure hope you enjoyed my inside look at the Veggie Tales Christmas pageant. We had a great time with the pageant this year, and Bob did such a great job on the sets. I mean, that stable is nicer than my house. I think I might just have to move into it until we need it for next year. We love sharing the message of Jesus' birth with everyone at our church. It's always such a great reminder of how... Do you remember, boys and girls? That's right. God made you so special, and He loves you so very much. And who else loves you? That's right. First Lady Kay loves you. And so here is our memory verse. It is Luke 2, verse 11. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. Boys and girls, I want to send you a big challenge for you to learn this in real sign language from the internet and videotape yourself signing this and send it to me for a special prize in the mail at ottawachurchkids@gmail.com. Let's say it again together. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you, and He is Christ the Lord. Good job, boys and girls. Let's do it one more time. Let's see if we can say it really soft, like we're saying it to the baby. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. Good job. Maybe you can sing it like you're singing a lullaby to the baby. Let's try it one more time. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born. He is Christ the Lord. Luke 2:11. Good job! X-treme kids, thank you so much for being with us in our midweek story time. We can't wait to hear from you. Remember, First Lady Kay loves you, and you are so very special. We will see you next week. Mwah!